In late 2016, it was announced that funny man Danny McBride would be penning, alongside some other guys, a reboot of the Halloween franchise. And I was very excited. I grew up loving the Halloween movies, as flawed as some of those later ones get, and I also love Danny McBride, usually more as an actor sort of guy, but he's also written some stuff that I think is pretty good. So I thought this was surely going to be a match made in heaven. There's no way in hell, I thought to myself, that this would lead to a trilogy of movies that I really, really, really don't like, right? There's no way that could happen. Every single one of these movies is awful. But it's easy to say that. It is much less easy to watch these movies, which is exactly what I have done for all you special, beautiful people out there. We're going to take a look at every single one of these new Halloween movies, and I'm going to talk in detail about why I think they really don't work. So, without wasting any more of your precious time, let's jump in to Halloween 2018.
Halloween night 1963 in Haddonfield, Illinois, there would be a gruesome case of sibling rivalry between kids in the Myers family.
Alright, jumping right in, it feels like the writing basically immediately is super heavy-handed and extremely obvious. It feels like they really want you to think these movies are going to be cool and badass. They're just gay. Pretty early on in the film, we have this scene where this guy is confronting Michael at a mental institution and just screaming at the top of his lungs while all of these mental patients just freak out around him. How did he get this job? Hey, that mic you're using is not omnidirectional, actually. If you recorded it like that, it would just sound like this. It would just sound like fucking shit. You gotta hold it close. You point it at your mouth like this, you fucking idiot. Huge problem I have with this movie is that everybody is constantly just saying who they are and what their motivations are, like, to the fucking audience directly. The second Jamie Lee Curtis is on screen, she's just expositioning up a goddamn storm.
I got peanut butter on my penis.
Oh, no. Oh, and now the dog is here. This character right here makes the point that because there's crazier shit going on nowadays, that makes the kills from, like, the original movie less impactful by comparison, which is just the dumbest fuck thing I've ever heard. Like, oh, dude, I'm sorry your mom got shot in the face by a gangbanger, but that shit in Palestine, whew, it is a mess. I'm just saying, it's like, it's perspective. One of the first things they try and do basically immediately is recharacterize Laurie Strode as this, like, gun-toting badass, which I cannot buy for the life of me. I also don't understand what the fascination is with Laurie as the main character. Like, since this is retconning everything past the original Halloween, that means she's no longer Michael's sister, which is good if you ask me, because that was fucking stupid. But now it just kind of begs the question, why is this random babysitter that Michael stalked that one night the main character? I know Jamie Lee Curtis is famous. Is that most of it? They try very, very hard to get you to care about these characters like this family. It's not working. I don't give a fuck about any of them. Laurie comes to this dinner with her family for the graduation of her granddaughter, and she starts to crash out basically immediately. It's played like it's supposed to be this sad, dramatic thing. It is hilarious. Okay, speeding along here, Jesus Christ, we finally get to the first kill. No joke. 30 minutes into the movie, you guys. But, like, credit where credit is due, it is this kid, and historically, horror movies have been pretty cringe about not killing kids, so I do appreciate that. And the kill is decent, but Michael, like, snaps his neck, which is going to unfortunately become a running theme of this movie. But, like, whatever, this scene was fine. But also, the scene goes on for, like, a million fucking years. Going forward just a little bit, they actually have a pretty half-decent scene where you can see Michael killing these people in the background while these podcast guys are, like, getting gas, going to the bathroom. It's not, like, reinventing the wheel, but like I said a second ago, I'll just fucking take what I can get with this movie. Thankfully, Michael very quickly kills off these podcast guys. I was very worried we were going to have to spend the entire movie with them. And their deaths are pretty visceral along with these other guys he kills. So, like, again, the scene is okay. Also, I'm going to pause right here to say that I really fucking hate the name of this movie. And thankfully, I feel like this trend of like older franchises getting rebooted with the exact same title has basically died off post like Lady Ghostbusters. But believe it or not, this one is even fucking stupider, because not only is there already a remake and reboot of this franchise called Halloween, this movie is also a sequel to the original Halloween. So follow me here. The sequel to Halloween is called Halloween. What the fuck? Fuck you! This sequence right here is actually probably one of the better ones. We follow Michael all the way from him like seeing a potential victim to collecting the weapon to doing the kill. And all in all, it's like a pretty good scene. I was entertained while I was watching it. But although they have the balls to kill a kid, they will not kill a baby. Fucking pussies. But yeah, I like that we stay with Michael for a while and get to like watch this horrible fucking process from his perspective, like as he butchers these people. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. I'm sorry I said fuck you. I really don't understand this movie's identity in the sense that it doesn't really have much of one. There is so much lifted from the original Halloween. Like, you can tell they really wanted to ape that style in particular. But there's also just, like, a lot where you can tell they wanted to do their own thing and have their own tone. But it's also a sequel to the original. So it's just like the first one, but again, and shittier. But also with, like, 10% of some other fucking movie stapled onto it. Oh, okay. Also, this is probably the funniest scene of the whole movie. So the granddaughter, Laurie's granddaughter, goes into the hall at this dance where she's with her boyfriend to take a phone call for, I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating, maybe 45 seconds. And by the time she gets back in, her boyfriend is already kissing on some other girl. Dude, who is this guy? The fucking devil? Like, what? Has she never left to take a piss? Like, bro, this fucking monster. Jesus Christ. And she is, I think understandably, pretty upset about this. And he's like, baby, fuck you. Like, it wasn't even that serious. And he takes her phone and he throws it like in this goo. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. Blah, blah, fucking blah. The movie keeps going. The next killer's like, this kid's like, oh, I saw a scary face in my room. And then the babysitter checks it out. And, turns out he's right. Slash, 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 slash. Dude, also, so many of the kills in this movie are ugly fucking CGI. Or, like, literally off screen. Like, they look like fucking shit. The kills in this movie look like shit. Some more dumbass scenes happen. You know, there's a lot, like, happening in this movie, I have to say. Like, I'll give them that. But I just don't care. I don't care about fucking any of it. They have done a tremendously fucking bad job of engaging me with their story. Uh-oh, it's Michael Myers. Oh, they're shooting at him. Ah! This movie sucks dick. Dude, also, I haven't brought him up yet, but they have this new, like, replacement Dr. Loomis. And you can tell that his direction was literally imitate Donald Pleasance. And like I said, it sucks dick. He sucks dick. God, everyone's so mean to me. Oh, I know. Guys are the worst. Oh, I'm sorry. And then he gets killed, and it's, like, pretty decent. He gets, like, impaled or something. I don't fucking know, dude. I am running on fumes here. The cops pick up the granddaughter, and they spend just so much time setting up the climax of the movie. But then they hit Michael with their car, so that was pretty funny. New Loomis seemingly stabs and kills that cop guy that was with them, and then he puts on Michael's mask so they can do this, like, fucking stupid shot. So corny. So corny. Michael squishes the doctor's head like a gusher, and then he kills these fucking cops. God, dude, I am so bored. This whole movie is just one fucking dumb shit after another, like, with no sense of impact. Like, oh my God, get me away from this! The dad goes to investigate this cop car, and then he gets killed, and I'll admit that this jack-o'-lantern thing is pretty cool. But the dad gets killed by yet another off-screen neck break. Why is Michael Myers not stabbing people, bro? Like, what is happening? Uh-oh, I wonder if Michael Myers is gonna get Laurie. I'm not worried, literally at all. This scene has Zero stakes to it. Also, it's pretty clear what they're doing here with like Laurie and Michael like stalking each other back and forth, like a little bit of role reversal, right? Like it's so obvious I don't even have to explain it, but it moves at like a fucking snail's pace, man. Like I'm just waiting for something to happen. This scene right here might actually be the dumbest in the whole movie, where Laurie's granddaughter stumbles upon these mannequins that she was shooting earlier and like just starts screaming. That's the whole scene. Why is this in the movie? Cut it out. Like this, what is this? After that, we're led into some more dumbass parallels that go literally no deeper than surface level, but man, doesn't it look so cool? Dude, there are literally 10 minutes left in this thing and I am begging for it to end. Michael gets drawn to the top of the stairs. The daughter tricks him and shoots him, causing him to fall down the stairs. Isn't this movie so interesting? They pretend for a second like they're gonna let him kill any of them, and they get him downstairs, and they turn on the gas, and they burn him up real good. And I'll say, the fire stunt that they do is pretty cool. That's like the only good thing I have to say about this. They stumble out into the night, hitch a ride on the back of some random person's fucking pickup truck, and they cut back, revealing, obviously, that Michael is not in the fire or dead, and obviously there will be a shitty sequel. Okay, Zooey, fucking mama, baby. This movie was not good. Dude, I remember when this movie came out, I was legitimately so bummed out. Like, I actually followed the development of this over years. I was excited for this fucking movie, and then it comes out and it's just this whiff. It's just this smelly fucking whiff. Even as a 17-year-old who didn't even really know how to discuss or dissect movies, I knew I didn't like this. And now, years later, I can confidently say, yeah, this movie sucks balls. It drags its feet everywhere. It doesn't have nearly enough blood and guts. I don't care about anything that's happening. It's so fucking boring. Halloween 2 gets a lot of shit from people, and like, fair enough, I guess. But at least it is a functional sequel to the original movie. It is by and far the fucking better choice for that. Yeah, whatever, man. I will probably never watch this one ever again, like, just being totally real. But we still got a couple movies here, so let's move on very quickly to Halloween Kills.
When Michael, a 6-year-old, leisurely walked into his sister's room silently and butchered her body so violently.
Alright, so naturally after Halloween 2018, I was not excited for the rest of the franchise. I knew there was undoubtedly going to be more because Halloween 2018 made a disconcertingly large amount of money. So I knew it was only a matter of time. And call me Nostradamus, brother, because Halloween Kills was announced and moved into production pretty much immediately. It was very, very quick. Now, I'll say in the interim, I was going through a bit of a hard time with this because I was, and still am, one of very few true haters of Halloween 2018. People, like, constantly talk about this movie like it's fine, or like, no, you know, it wasn't anything special, but, like, it was okay. No, brother. No. Let's stop coping here, okay? It is a deeply flawed, boring, fucking flat movie that has a couple cool sequences, okay? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't have to pretend every movie is a fucking, 10 out of 10. Anyway, Halloween Kills ends up coming out, and I was delighted to see that it was like the whole fucking world had woken up from this collective hallucination they were having, and everyone thought it was a total piece of shit. Again, much to the delight of me, because even before seeing this movie, I just knew. I just fucking knew. So anyway, with all of that pretext out of the way, let's watch this stupid ass butt fart shit fuck goddamn piece of fucking duty movie. Okay, so first thing I want to say, and this has nothing to do with the movie itself, the only version available to rent was the extended version? Dude, they were really trying my patience with this shit. I don't want to watch this movie fucking period. Watch this movie longer. The movie starts by closing the gap from the first movie and showing what happened to Laurie's granddaughter's boyfriend after he left the dance. And, sort of how the whole town is slowly becoming aware that Michael Myers is back prowling on the streets. And then we jump back to the original movie, like the original Halloween night, because we just gotta see why this one cop's motivation is the way it is. I'm not even completely fucking bored already. Hey, but check it out, it's Jim Cummings. That's pretty cool, I guess. Then we get a scene with these fucking kids. The pace of this is like pulling teeth. Can we please get out of 1978? Also, I guess this is like the new canon of what happened after the original Halloween, since Halloween 2 doesn't happen anymore. I don't care. I do not care. I literally do not care. Please stop this. please. Bro, we're 10 minutes into this movie and we are still in the 70s. This does so little to set up like the fucking movie past surface level themes, man. Can we please stop this? I am so bored. I am so bored. Jim Cummings gets killed because Captain fucking dipshit over here shoots him in the throat. And Michael just walks away. And then he blames Jim Cummings' death on Michael, which serves to set up this movie's dumbest ass theme, which is like, oh, we're all implicit, like, culturally, which is fucking stupid. Something I brought up when I was talking about Halloween 2018, but really feels resonant in this opening section of this movie, is that these movies really have a fucking identity crisis. Like, they can't decide if they just want to be a shittier version of the old stuff or like this new, worse thing. So instead, it's just this fucking middle ground, like, covered in poop. We meet the townspeople in this bar who seem very nice and community-oriented. I am absolutely sure it will stay that way. And then it's revealed that this dude, who's going to be a very important character in this film, is Tommy Doyle, like the kid from the original movie. Yeah, it's not fucking stupid.
Who knows? Who's next?
You decide! We cut to Lori, finally. Surely this is not a sign that her presence in this film will be limited. Okay, and then we get an admittedly kick-ass scene where Michael kills all of these firefighters, like a crowd of them, in the middle of a fire. It's fucking awesome. They're fighting with axes and like this fucking power saw. Oh, and also the violence in this movie is way better than it was in the last movie. Like fucking 10 times above. It's like they remembered this is a fucking R-rated movie or something. I don't know. Lori gets put in the hospital where I'm sure she will not be for the next half hour of the fucking movie. The entire fucking 30 minutes of runtime. It's like she fisted the Red Hulk. This old man and hospital worker yells at Lori's daughter, who's clearly in like a state of shock. Lori's daughter and granddaughter grieve the loss of their husband and father. Remember, he died like at the end of the last movie off screen.
He'll always be with us, even if we can't see him.
What? Michael butchers this old couple, which again is like pretty sweet. Like I was saying a second ago, the viscerality in this movie is turned up a couple notches noticeably, which I am definitely a fan of. Like, at least amidst this dumbass, boring plot, you have something to watch every now and then. I don't want to seem backhanded about this. I legitimately feel that this movie's violence is excellent. It is brutal in just the right way. Like, every time a blow is landing, you're like, oh! Oh! Then it turns out that dumbass kid from the beginning of the movie, Lonnie, is the dad of Lori's granddaughter's dumbass boyfriend. Who gives a fuck? The town officially finds out that Michael is still alive and gangs up, pretty drunk, and ready to kick some ass. And then we were treated to a sequence where it's a lot of shots that look pretty cool, but have basically nothing going on. My favorite kind of them. So then Michael drives a car away from these people, but then it turns out it's not Michael. Whoa, this movie! Keeping me snoozing firmly in the center of my seat. Then we meet a gay couple named Big John and Little John. They are my favorite part of the movie so far. One relevant detail is that they live in Michael's old house, but to be honest, that's like the only relevant detail. And also the sequence itself is split over like multiple scenes. Like it's too long. It goes on way too long. We get some more scenes of the family talking where they're clearly trying to pull on your heartstrings, but man, I just don't fucking care. Lori's granddaughter and her dumbass boyfriend join the gang of people going to hunt Michael. That's it. But they took 10 minutes to say that. Oh, also, have you noticed that Jamie Lee Curtis is not in this fucking movie? She's had literally one line. One fucking line, dude. And then they put her in a fucking coma? Why? This is right around when the movie really starts to drag for a while. We eventually get to this scene right here, which is pretty good, where Michael is butchering all these dumb fuck people. And yes, they are dumb fuck, so it's hard to care about them as characters. But at least the kills look good. Oh, Jesus. No, but seriously, especially this one where this lady's got a gun on Michael and he kicks the door and makes her shoot her own brains out. Kind of fucking sick. Kind of sick. I can't lie. But then this lady in their group escapes Michael by hiding. Jamie Lee Curtis finally wakes up and starts talking. Again, that's about all there is to this scene. You know, a big problem with this movie is that a lot of the plot hinges directly on you caring very deeply about these characters and where they're going to end up, I don't give a fuck. I literally don't care about a single one of them. I don't give a fuck. We finally get back to Big John and Little John, my fucking guys, but unfortunately our time with LJ and BJ is cut short, because Michael kills them pretty badly. These are the only characters I like. So this is the only scene in the movie where there's any semblance of stakes to me. But again, though, it bears repeating, too long. In fact, we actually cut away from them again and cut back to them again to show their death scene. So it's even longer and more disjointed than I'm making it seem. The crowd gets all riled up and freaks out and causes that guy from earlier that they thought was Michael to jump off a fucking balcony. Oh, are we all implicit in this cycle of violence? No, but they are. This movie's so fucking stupid. We find out that cop guy who accidentally killed Jim Cummings also stopped them from killing Michael, like, all the way back in the 70s. This is the worst cop. Dude, also, it is so funny to me that so much of this trilogy is built off of, like, retconning Halloween 2 especially, but then their sequel to their Halloween movie also takes place in large part at a hospital. This movie is just Halloween 2. If it was gay. Alright, lightning round. Let's get this shit fucking over with. Michael kills the granddaughter's boyfriend and his dad. The granddaughter ends up scrapping with Michael a little bit. He really fucks her boyfriend up, by the way. It's pretty sweet. Then they fight some more, and then the mom shows up, and then they take off his mask. Who gives a fuck? They lure Michael into a trap, maskless. Could this be the end of Michael Myers? Probably not. There's another movie still. Also, I have to say, this trilogy's obsession with, like, Michael's face and, like, the image under the mask is so fucking stupid. Like, that was ever what made Michael Myers an effective, like, scary killer? Like, it wasn't that he was a giant, strong fucking murderer? Okay, but with that said, we do get another kick-ass scene here where Michael is surrounded with and fighting and then eventually fucking up this entire crowd of people, including Tommy Doyle. And I think that's the one thing from this movie that is inspired, is having Michael be surrounded by all of these people, having him beat these seemingly uncertain odds and kill these people in terrible ways in the process makes him look scary and imposing as fuck. But also, let me completely undo that compliment, actually, because holy shit, brother, this scene just keeps going while Laurie is giving this stupid fucking monologue about evil, or just stop, why? And then, Michael kills Laurie's daughter in the last scene of the film in a totally underwhelming moment. Oh, fuck, yeah! And then Laurie strolls away out of the hospital to hunt down her daughter's killer. And then the movie ends on this fucking freeze frame. Okay, while being a little bit better than I remembered, and the kills, like I said, were really, really good, this one was such a fucking chore to sit through. The plot meanders, none of these characters have any interesting arcs to follow. It is bloated as fuck. And like I said with Halloween 2018, just really, really fucking boring. Oh, also, I looked it up, and apparently I wasn't watching the extended cut. Like, the runtime for the one I was watching and the official runtime that Google gave me was the exact same. So I don't know what's up with that, but I also don't have enough emotional investment in this movie, like literally close to enough, to do research into this and figure it out. So it'll remain a mystery to me. Either way, bad job, gang. Bad fucking job. I did not enjoy myself watching this. Let's finish this shit off with Halloween Ends.
He left for a mental facility, and when the state hospital deputy relaxed the maximum security.
I am really running out of steam here. These movies really take it out of you. Or take it out of me, at least. But we're in luck, because the final movie in this trilogy, Halloween Ends, is fucking insane. Okay. For instance, this movie begins with this babysitter dude named Corey.
I'm not a babysitter.
He is babysitting this kid, and the kid traps him upstairs in, like, this closet, and incidentally, he, like, fucking hates the dark or something, because he just starts freaking out and, like, having a panic attack or something, and he starts kicking on the door and wailing on it, trying to get it open, and finally, it does swing open, but unbeknownst to Corey, the kid is just on the other side of the door, so when he kicks it open, the kid goes flying over the railing of the stairs, hits the ground, and dies right as his parents open the door and walk inside. That's the beginning. That's how this movie starts. We flash forward, I think, like a couple of years, and Laurie is giving us this dumbass narration about, like, the first Halloween and also the last two movies. And it's like, dude, I just watched these fucking things. Let me rest. Oh, right. Excuse me. It's because Laurie is writing a book about her experiences, okay? That is the motivation for Laurie in this movie. She's writing a book. And also she's living with her granddaughter. We catch up with Corey, who seems to be a bit of a social pariah after all that killing the child fucking nonsense. And he works as a mechanic. Can you already see where this is going? The beginning of this movie is essentially just setting up a bunch of characters. Like, oh, this guy and this girl and oh, this homeless guy. I don't know, man. I'm just fucking bored already. Oh, and these asshole kids. Surely they will not be important later. Corey and Laurie, hey, look at that, form an unlikely friendship. And Laurie takes Corey to get his hand fixed after it gets all cut up with her granddaughter because she's working as like a nurse now, I guess. I guess she was in the market after her boyfriend was murdered. Also, I'm not trying to be an asshole when I call her Laurie's granddaughter. I actually, and I've been paying pretty close attention, cannot remember this character's name whatsoever. She has made very little impact on me. Is it Allison? I think it's Allison. We get a couple scenes here of this boring ass fucking nothing fill in the blank type dialogue. I am officially bored. Laurie and the cop guy from the past couple movies that like shot Jim Cummings or whatever are forming this sort of like old person romance. And it's like, it's kind of cute because they're both pretty good actors and they have decent chemistry, but also it's boring. Dude, and they show us that the wife of that guy who got butchered in the last movie actually survived for some reason. Fucking weird. They do like nothing with her character. And her like friend is pressing Laurie and saying that it's Laurie's fault that this happened. No, it is not. This is easily one of the dumbest fucking things that runs through the entire trilogy. Laurie is not a serial killer. How is it her fault, you dumb fucking movie? Corey and Allison go to the dance. They dance. I don't even hate this movie. I don't even wish Michael Myers was here right now. Corey runs into the mom of the kid he accidentally killed at this function with exclusively like other 20-somethings. Like she's partying with a bunch of 21-year-olds. Why is she here? Another boring-ass conversation takes place about some boring-ass characters I don't give a fuck about. It is almost 40 minutes into this movie, and Michael Myers has yet to make an appearance. Those asshole kids from earlier show up and start fucking with Corey like cartoon bully type shit. They like break his glasses, and then they throw him over the side of a fucking overpass. And thank God for that last part. I was really fucking getting bored, brother. And then that homeless guy from earlier watches in horror as presumably the big man himself drags Corey's body away into like these fucking tunnels. Michael starts strangling bro. Why didn't he just do this outside? I'm wondering to myself. And then it seems like he gets cursed by Michael or something. What the fuck is happening? Corey escapes and then the homeless guy pulls a knife on him, causing Corey to have to fucking stab this guy in self-defense, which leads to his death, which allows us more time to ruminate on this movie's dumbass theme. Ah, yes. Killing people in self-defense or by complete accident is the exact same as gratuitously murdering innocent people because you want to, right? This movie is very smart. Dumbass Laurie writes more of her dumbass fucking book, and dumbass Corey does this dumbass reference. This movie sucks. Corey takes Allison. It is Allison, I made sure. Back to the fucking house where he murdered the kid by accident, and it seems like she's getting all swampy for it. Fucking bizarre. That cop they introduced at the beginning of the movie comes up and starts flirting with Allison, which makes Corey very pissed off, obviously signaling that he's gonna fucking get it.
Just burn it all to the ground.
Light the match.
This is the dumbest movie I've ever fucking seen. So now, Corey and Allison are going to be doing this fucking Joker Harley Quinn shit, so strap in for that. That flirty cop guy follows Corey into Michael's tunnels, finally leading to the first on-screen kill from Michael in the entire movie. 57 minutes in. 57 minutes, dude. 57 minutes, dude! Fuck you! And it's a totally fucking underwhelming kill. And Corey has to fucking coax him into doing it. Despite the fact that the last time we saw Michael, he was fucking viscerally murdering an entire crowd of people that outnumbers him. Now he's just this meek little bitch who hangs out in the fucking sewers all day and has erect kill dysfunction? What the fuck is this? Fuck you! 57 fucking minutes. Allison's boss and her coworker are minorly rude to her, so they must die. Allison's boss and her coworker get murked by Corey and Michael working together. And again, two very underwhelming kills. Dude, especially compared to the violence in Halloween Kills. Oh my god, dude, I am fucking yearning for more of that right now. Oh, but look, he did the head tilt. He did the thing from other movie. He did the thing from good movie. Let's go. And then they cut right from this to Corey and Allison riding on Corey's bike. Okay. Was Allison there and aware that they were killing these people? How did Michael get to the house? How did Corey communicate with Michael, this inhuman creature who previously and historically was impossible to communicate or reason with? And how did he even get Michael to agree to this in the fucking first place? Who fucking knows? Who gives a fuck? I mean, who cares, really? It's just a fucking movie, right? Why don't you just turn off your brain and have some fucking fun? Corey is sleeping on the spot where the kid at the beginning of the movie landed. And him and Laurie have this sort of back and forth, like, exchanging of philosophies. And it's a pretty decent scene. It's maybe the first dialogue-centric scene in the whole movie that I'm not completely fucking bored to tears by. Corey shows up in Michael's little tunnels and literally fucking bodies him and steals his mask. The same guy who in the previous movie was taking out crowds of people with fucking ease. He just got his ass kicked by this little fucking nerd. Michael Myers. Michael fucking Myers! Yeah, I could probably kick his ass too. New murderer Corey lures that group of kids who threw him over the overpass earlier to the mechanic yard where he works, and we've seen him like maybe fucking twice total. And here is his dad, who looks nothing like him. I didn't really feel the need to mention this dad because he's totally irrelevant to the greater plot. He starts picking them off one by one, but the kills vary greatly in terms of quality. Like this one dude right here gets burned up all bad, but it's like out of focus. Like, what the fuck? Come on, show me. Show me. What are we doing? But then he runs this lady over with a truck. That one was okay. In the process, one of them also kills Corey's dad, but who really gives a fuck? Are we all just implicit in this cycle of... All right, shut the fuck up. Corey kills his mom off screen, who I also didn't feel the need to bring up. All she really does is yell at Corey and then die. We hard cut back to the radio station where clearly this radio DJ is about to get his shit ran. It gets ran. And it's the one kill in the whole fucking movie I actually like. Like, it's bloody and gross and it's disgusting. It's awesome. But all it does is beg the question, like, why weren't they all like this? Also, I feel like I should bring up, I think this is like fucking stupid. I already said it basically, but having this transition take place from accidentally killing a kid, having to kill this homeless dude in self-defense, to now having him do these like visceral level, like taking pleasure in the violence type of Michael Myers killing, it just doesn't make very much sense. And what's even more annoying is you can tell, or like I get the sense at least, that they thought it was really impressive and like smart, like, oh, a new Michael Myers created by the culture. But it's just fucking stupid. It's just stupid. They try to make you think Laurie is gonna kill herself, and it doesn't really work. I mean, like, fucking obviously something else is going on here. And it is. Corey tries to get a jump on her, and she shoots him like 4 times at point blank range. It's fucking awesome. Corey stabs himself in the throat, and Laurie pulls it out right as Allison is walking through the door, making her think that Laurie killed her boyfriend, which doesn't even make any fucking sense. This isn't clever or smart or fucking anything. This is so fucking dumb. This is the dumbest fuck movie of all time I've ever fucking seen. And also, it is still unclear to me, does she know he was killing people? Why does she think Laurie would kill him? This movie is a fucking butt poop. Uh-oh, though, Michael Slash teleported to the house, and he actually kills Corey because despite the fact that he just stabbed himself in the fucking jugular and the fact that he was unconscious, I guess he was still alive. And then just to piss me off even more, Michael breaks his fucking neck. God damn it, dude. Why is every kill in this fucking trilogy so unvisual and boring? Just give me fucking something, please. Okay, so then Michael starts hunting Laurie through her house, a la the first movie. Remember Good Movie? Remember Good Movie? Associate Good Movie with our movie. Laurie starts wailing on him, and the final battle begins. ends. The scene should feel kick-ass, but at this point, I'm just tired. Everything's a little too weightless, and I also don't really care about this version of Laurie Strode. She could die, and I would feel very, very little. But then, right as I'm fucking starting to fall asleep, Laurie stigmatas Michael onto the countertop, which is pretty sick, don't get me wrong. And then she just starts going to fucking town on him. Decent scene. I'll take what I can get at this point. She takes off his mask, again, like, emphasizing this dumb obsession with his face. And she gives this speech and she cuts his neck, but as we should goddamn well and know, that doesn't mean a thing in these movies. So he starts strangling her and they start playing this montage of like all these old movies, old Halloween movies, and she's going, do it, do it. But at the last second, Allison comes in, she fucking saves her. It would suck to feel like our main characters could be in danger. I almost might care. Then they fucking cut his veins and watch him bleed out. And he fucking dies on this countertop. What the fuck is this movie? But then he's dead. This whole sequence, by the way, is about 9 minutes long. But then, oh baby, but then they strap Michael's body to the top of a police car and they parade it. They parade it through the town, showing all these townspeople and all these side characters from this trilogy that, like, we got him. We got the motherfucker. What the fuck is happening? Why are they doing this? And then they, as a group, as a community, they unstrap it from the top of the car and they throw him into a fucking trash compactor. What? It looks so funny. It looks so funny. Dude, when I saw this in the theater, I was crying, laughing. I couldn't believe my fucking eyes. Like, look at this. What the fuck? Laurie finishes her dumbass fucking book that we only saw like twice over the course of the entire movie, and Allison officially finds out or like accepts that Corey was the one killing these people. So, okay, so she didn't know, which immediately brings a lot of the film into question. Like, okay, earlier in the movie, when she's beefing with her boss and her coworker, did she tell Corey about that and then just like scratch her head when they ended up dead? Or like, did he decide that he was gonna kill them all the way back at the beginning of the movie when he told her that she shouldn't take that kind of treatment when he hadn't killed a single person yet? How did Corey even find out that they were being mean to her? And again, like I said earlier, right after they get killed, it cuts immediately to him fucking on the bike with Allison. So what? Did they finish the kill? Did he fucking dap Michael up and then immediately go pick her up from her fucking house? And then Michael, like, what? Walked back to the fucking sewer until the plot needed him again? This movie fucking sucks. And then it just sort of fucking Halloween ends. The movie, I mean. The movie is over. Okay, if there's one thing I can give Halloween Ends, it's that it does not drag its feet nearly as much as the other two. Although it is actually the longest in the trilogy, past that opening slog, I wasn't really bored in the same way I was with the other ones. With that said, though, as I feel I have illustrated, this movie fucking blows, man. It's so contrived, so fucking stupid, so filled with holes. And the kills are so fucking lame, dude. I was not impressed. And as for the insane shit I brought up at the beginning, I needed more. I needed more of that. The Michael stigmata was pretty sick, though. A lot of people were mad at this movie when it came out because the marketing really emphasized like that 9-minute sequence of Laurie and Michael battling as like the selling point of the whole movie. And I have complex feelings on it because, you know, on one hand, I do sympathize because, like, how the fuck do you even market this movie? Like, oh, this 21-year-old accidentally kills this kid, and then, like, he's like a social pariah, and then he gets thrown over an overpass after he links up with Laurie Strode's granddaughter, and he almost becomes like the new Michael Myers after getting cursed or like imbued with his energy, or he becomes Michael Myers' like little sidekick or something. Like, how the fuck would you advertise that? Like, it doesn't make, I mean, first of all, it doesn't make any fucking sense, but also second, it fucking sucks, so that doesn't help. But anyway, I also think that was a cringe thing that studios often do. The reason I bring this up is because I just want to make it clear that has nothing to do with my distaste for this movie. I don't give a fuck about that. I just think it fucking sucks balls. Like, it's as simple as that for me. And look, you can disagree with me if you want. You can even disagree with my reasoning. But you cannot tell me, even if you like this movie, because for whatever reason, this is the one that has the most shooters out of all three, you cannot look me in the eyes and tell me this movie is not a fucking mess. And thank fucking God, I am done with this. All right, at the end of this, I think my favorite was actually Halloween Kills. Which is fucked up, because that movie sucks dick. But at least, at the very fucking least, the kills are satisfying to watch. You've got the blood and the guts and the occasional scary, even. But I still don't like it. Like, I just think it sucks the least. I think I've said generally everything I want to say over these past few reviews. But in closing, can I just say, man, fuck, I am so bummed out about the way that all of these turned out. I was such a fan of these movies growing up, man. You have no idea. Even the shitty ones. I loved, like, H2O when I was, like, 11, okay? I loved these movies. And the thought of getting to experience new Halloween and be excited for it was really exciting. I was totally disappointed. And I can't recommend in earnesty that anyone watches these fucking movies. They're not even funny bad. They're just slogs. They're just fucking boring. I'm glad I did this in a sense to reflect on simpler times. I'm never going to watch these movies again. Don't watch them. Don't use this video as, oh, I'm just going to spur me on and I'll actually, no. Don't watch them. In summation, I did not like these movies. And by the way, for the record, my favorites of the franchise are Halloween 1, Halloween 3, and the Rob Zombie Halloween remake. Thank you for watching and have a happy Halloween. Enjoy your candy and elk. I will as well also. Whoop 'em Gangnam Style.